In Saqqara, Egypt, around 2650 BC, workers under Pharaoh Djoser are on the verge of completing one of the ancient world's most monumental endeavors, the construction of a pyramid. While pinpointing the very first Egyptian pyramid remains elusive, Djoser's pyramid stands as one of the earliest. Soaring 205 feet tall, with a base stretching 358 feet by 397 feet, similar to the expanse of two football fields side by side, it represents a remarkable fusion of engineering and technology. Numerous other pyramids dot the same landscape, although the precise count remains uncertain. Yet, we have identified at least 118 Egyptian pyramids that persist today, many remarkably well-preserved over millennia, including the colossal Great Pyramid of Giza, serving as the towering pinnacle of its era. Just like the Empire State Building in modern times, it soared to a height of 480 feet. For nearly 4 millennia, it reigned as the world's tallest human-made structure until England's Lincoln Cathedral claimed the title in 1311. The construction of these pyramids was a Herculean task, comprised of an estimated 2.3 million stone blocks weighing a staggering 6 million tons, with individual stones tipping the scales at 50 to 80 tons each. The sheer magnitude of such an undertaking necessitated an immense workforce, likely involving around 100,000 enslaved individuals, as suggested by ancient Greek and Roman historians. The Great Pyramid isn't just massive, it's incredibly special too. Imagine, it's perfectly aligned with true north, accurate to within a fraction of a degree. That's mind-blowing, especially considering when it was built. And get this, the base is nearly a perfect square, with only a tiny 0.01% difference between the sides. That's like hitting a bullseye from miles away. Back in the 1820s, when people cracked the code of hieroglyphics, just like opening a treasure chest of knowledge about Egypt's pyramids. Sure, we always thought they were pharaohs' tombs, and the hieroglyphics confirmed that. But as we translate more, we discover they might have had another purpose too. Inside the pyramids at Saqqara, there are these special hieroglyphics called the pyramid texts, dating back to around 2300 or 2400 BC. They're everywhere, covering almost every inch of the walls. Usually, hieroglyphics talk about names, dates, and pharaohs' legacies, maybe a bit about the afterlife. But these texts are different. They hint at something deeper, something rooted in ancient Egyptian beliefs about the soul, called the Ka. The hieroglyphics hint at something intriguing. The ancient Egyptians believed that the Ka journeyed to the heavens to dwell among the gods forever. For some, this idea turns the pyramids into more than just grand tombs. They become pathways to paradise. In 1994, Robert Bauval, a Belgian engineer, and Adrian Gilbert, a British historian, shook things up with their book The Orion Mystery, which became a global sensation. They proposed the Orion correlation theory, suggesting that the pyramids of Giza were aligned with the stars in Orion's belt. But not everyone sees it the same way. In 2012, Belgian author Philip Coppens took this theory further. He suggested that instead of just souls, the pyramids might have been designed to transport the physical bodies of the pharaohs to the stars. It's a wild idea, sure. How exactly would bodies float up there? Coppens doesn't have all the answers, but he points to evidence like empty sarcophagi found in sealed burial chambers inside the pyramids. Before we dive deeper into this theory, we'd love to hear your thoughts. Share your comments below. We're eager to know about your insights. And while you're here, consider supporting TrailTrove by hitting the like button. subscribing, and ringing the notification bell. Your engagement fuels our mission to deliver top-notch explorations for you and fellow adventurers alike. Ready? Let's move forward. Speaking of mysteries, let's talk about why the Egyptians stopped building pyramids. For a civilization that lasted around 2,000 years, they only spent about 300 to 400 years constructing these marvels. So why the sudden halt? In the late 90s and early 2000s, a fresh theory emerged. It suggests that the pyramids had a specific purpose, and once that was fulfilled, there was no need for more. Engineer Christopher Dunn even proposed that the pyramids weren't about the afterlife at all. They were power plants meant to benefit the daily lives of the people of ancient Egypt. Dunn's theory hinges on a single intriguing wordplay. When you break down pyramid, you've got pyra, meaning fire, and mid, suggesting the middle. Put them together and you get fire in the middle, a concept Dunn proposes for the Great Pyramid. But instead of literal flames, he imagines an energetic environment. With this perspective, modern engineers like Dunn start dissecting the pyramid's internal design. Inside the Great Pyramid of Giza, there are 3 chambers: the subterranean chamber, the Queen's chamber, and the King's chamber. Traditional views depict them as tombs, with the pharaoh possibly placed in the King's chamber. But here's the twist. No human remains or burial objects have been discovered within, and that might be the crux of it. Engineer John Cadman, joining Dunn's exploration in the late 1990s, suggests a mechanical function for the pyramid. Perhaps as a kind of pump, water would flow through tunnels from a higher ancient lake, passing into the Queen's chamber and exiting to the Nile. But why a water pump? Cadman, in 2000, constructs a scaled-down replica of the pyramid to study fluid dynamics inside. Astonishingly, as water courses through, the block begins to shake rhythmically, hinting at a potential seismic effect. Dunn further expands on this notion, suggesting the Great Pyramid operates as a coupled oscillator, converting vibrations into energy. This theory could explain baffling findings in the Queen's chamber, where walls were coated with salt and gypsum. Dunn proposes these reactions as evidence of the pyramid acting as a chemical reactor, amplifying its vibrations exponentially. So, what's the purpose of all this energy? Some speculate the ancient Egyptians might have used it for electric lighting. Austrian writers Peter Krause and Reinhard Habeck theorize that reliefs found in the Temple of Hathor depict ancient light bulbs with sockets and filaments. They point to experiments by Austrian engineer Walter Garn, who replicated these bulbs using traditional electricity. Did the ancient Egyptians harness electricity? It's a provocative idea. According to this theory, once they had enough pyramids to power their civilization, they had no need to build more. It's speculative, sure, but in the world of Egyptology, it's all part of the ongoing quest for understanding. As we wrap up our journey into the riveting mystery of the pyramids of Egypt, we're left pondering. Do you agree with the theories discussed in this video? What other secrets do you think lie within these ancient wonders waiting to be unearthed? We invite you to share your thoughts and theories in the comments below. Don't forget to hit the like button if you found this exploration intriguing. Subscribe to TrailTrove for more fascinating discoveries, and ring the notification bell to stay updated on our latest videos. Until next time, keep exploring!